Now we're talking. Uh-oh, I got Kid Archer's pulling up. I gotta talk to her.
Yeah, well, ask her about the beer.
Okay, okay.
Why you weren't filled in.
Okay, all right, sounds good. I'll talk to her.
All right, bye.
Okay, bye.
Hi.
Hello, Kit. Look at this. I was gonna say not an AC unit in sight, but there's some over there.
How are you?
I'm still processing how I am. How are you?
I'm okay. Okay. Just, you know. You know about my dad, Barrick? All that shit that happened?
No, what happened?
Just, well, he's very injured. He's in ICU.
Why? I was told that he wasn't injured because I wasn't around.
Yeah, he's okay now.
Well, what happened? What happened with that?
They didn't know. Nobody gave me the details of like what exactly happened. They just told me his injuries, but he from everything that they explained to me, it looks like he was tortured and an infection, and he lost his arm. But he's the last that I heard, I saw him like not yesterday, but the day before. He was stable and looking a lot better, and like kind of over the worst of it. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, no, I'll have to ask around about that. Well, I'm sorry about your dad.
Yeah. Yeah.
You think it was one of his ex-lovers?
No. No.
Or it's not someone from who he used to like hide in the hills and burp with on the phone? No.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah, so, that situation yesterday, I'm gonna be honest, I don't really know what to say about it. Like, I'm not gonna stand here and be like, you know, oh, I can't believe it, how could they? Because like, we were kind of egging him on a little bit. I don't think it was, like, anything too outrageous. Everybody was laughing. Nobody was, nobody seemed mad in the situation. And
can you give me the full context of everything that happened from your perspective?
So, we had a hostage. We got to the bank. It was a fleek on Haywick. One cop showed up. He's a cadet. I can't really remember his name, to be honest. I just assumed he was a cadet because he didn't have stripes on. He told us immediately, said he was on fire. He was the only one that was going to be responding.
Okay.
You know, I think Ray was a little bit bummed out because it was my first time lobbing a Fleeka, so I think he just kind of wanted me to have the whole experience. But, you know, we were just like talking to him, you know, like I said, Ray was kind of egging him on a little bit, but it wasn't like anything crazy. Never hurt the hostage. If anything, Ray was giving the cop a hard time because he didn't have food for the hostage. And he was saying, like, you know, you need to go get food for him, or you need to have officers bring food for him. He might die. Like, do you not care about him? You know, just banter.
Bro, holy shit. Okay, hold on.
The guy called for backup. At one point, I will say, I don't know, this might have been the tipping point.
No fucking way.
The food thing. He was saying the food thing, and he was like, well, why don't you just shoot the hostage, you know, if you don't care about him so much. Then Ray said, well, if you don't shoot him, I'll shoot him. Came back and said more officers were coming, bringing food. Ray was like, okay, yeah, and then just regular negotiations. A lot of cops showed up, and Ray was like, I think we're gonna get shot. kind of thought that they might breach, but they were just like, "Yep, everything's good. You get, you know, free passage, no spikes, you know." And then they took the hostage to the side. We got in the car, and then literally as we got in the car, they all opened fire on the vehicle. Like, I'm be honest, I could understand a breach. Like, if they really
Yep.
thought that, like,
This
negotiations
is
have failed and that hostage's life was in danger, uh, yeah, a breach makes sense. But the whole, I don't know, like, was it punishment for threatening a hostage? It's kind of what it felt like. I don't know.
yeah, it is.
I'm
You're
trying to
not right.
think
I mean,
about,
I
like,
think that's
what I
Chip.
would
I
have
think that's
done
what
as
I've
a
been.
cop in that situation.
I
Like,
think that's the whole point.
would I have escalated it to that point? And I don't know. I don't know what was said between you guys, but
Did you ever think that I made the call because I knew you were involved?
I mean, maybe. Did you?
Let me tell you this, kid. We never should have stopped being a lawyer.
Um, it seemed like the guy, he said his name was Houston. He was like, I think he was the one that made the call or something. It felt like he was kind of gloating about it in the cells. I don't know. Like I said, it just
the Grand Theft Auto
everybody
Magellan.
was laughing. It seemed like it didn't seem serious until they opened fire.
So nobody mentioned anything about threatening the hostage or anything like that?
I mean, isn't the hostage inherently threatened?
True. I'm also talking about if, like, you know, if we don't get more officers, we're going to shoot the hostage kind of thing.
No, that was never said. So
wait, no one said that?
No, what was said was get more officers here to get the hostage food. Ray was, I'll just keep it a buck. Ray was, giving the cadet a hard time because he didn't have food for the hostage, and he was like, "Well, you need to get somebody here to get them food." And he's like, "Do you not care about this hostage? Like, why don't you just go and shoot the hostage if you don't care about him so much? Like, he's starving." And he's like, "Well, if you don't shoot him, like, I'll shoot him." And then the cadet said, "Okay, more people are coming." And he was like, "Oh, okay, never mind. You know, just free passage and spikes."
Yo, check.
That's a workaround. It doesn't matter. You have to look at it as an in character thing.
Take what I say with a grain of salt. Obviously, I was on the other end of it.
Didn't Peters know this? It was meted like an hour ago.
Like I said, I think if people were yelling, if people, like, it was actually escalated, even if, like, there was a breach that happened because you guys felt like that hostage was not going to make it out of there alive, but none of that really happened. It was confusing.
I can understand the confusion.
It was disappointing.
So was your first bank robbery all it was cracked up to be?
It was terrible. It honestly makes me feel like I don't know what to do now.
Just don't do crime.
Do I? Well, I'm gonna do crime. But do I just say to the cops, free passage, no spikes, don't talk to me because I don't want to get shot? Like, what? That's what it kind of feels like. Like, you can't.
Yeah, I mean, it's I don't know. I think I can't. I think not talking to my officers first and giving you an opinion on the whole situation, I would be doing a disservice to the police department
No,
and kind
of
of.
course. I mean, and that's why I said, like, you know, this is just my perspective. But I don't know if people were really worried about that hostage's life. Why did they allow the hostage to stay with us? Why did they safely secure the hostage and then shoot us down? I don't know. The hostage was
Did you guys
safe.
get a quarter over it?
This just happened. Like, we haven't done anything.
Yeah, I gotta talk to everyone involved first, but I mean, I can't really give an opinion on a situation that I wasn't involved in with a bunch of secondhand information.
Hello?
Yeah. No, I'm just letting you know what from my experience. I don't know. Like, I was a cop for a long time. I never seen anything like that in my time as a cop.
Was it BCSO or LSPD?
The initial cop that was on scene was was LSPD. But then my understanding is that the Houston guy is BCSO. He's the one that, like, took over.
Have you tried talking to the BCSO about it?
No, I haven't tried. Like, this is the first time I've talked to anybody about it. I know Ray talked to Nino about it.
Ray needed to talk to Daddy Nino, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Ray didn't get his way, so he's got to cry to Daddy Nino.
I don't know.
You could tell Ray I said that. Tell him I said he's a fucking snitch too.
You tell him that.
Is he around? I'll tell him right now.
I don't know. I haven't tried to call him.
Nope. Okay. Well, listen, Miss Archer, I will take that information and do with it as I see fit. You've been heard. Stop blowing shit up. Just, well, you could avoid all this if you didn't do crime, by the way. You know that, right? You just.
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, at the end of the day, I understand that there are, like, consequences for doing crime and everything. It's fine, but I don't know. It was very, like when I was talking to them yesterday about it, it was like, I remember when I was a cop, you know, if, like, a government employee was taken hostage or something, right? That's what we would do. We would let them get in the car, and then we would shoot at the car, you know? But I think it can be articulated that, like, if these people are willing to take government employees, you know, that they are willing to do this to any citizen, that they are, like, an inherent threat, you know, to the public, like fleeing felon, right? But, like, if that hostage is secure,
Bro, what
and
the
that was
fuck
the
happened
point of
yesterday?
shooting, was that
Dude,
there
it
was a
seems
threat to
like
the hostage,
everything fucking went. Everything that could go
I don't know
wrong
that
went wrong
fleeing felon
yesterday.
really applies, you know? It's already de-escalated at that
The other thing is, I can't. I don't want to discuss anything with her because I don't think. I think for the sake
I
of.
don't know. It's for you guys to figure out, I guess. I'm just telling you my experience.
Thank you for that.
I appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, we'll talk. We'll try to figure out what happened. So, neither King or myself were around yesterday. We still need to hear the other side. So, it will be kind of looked into. Hey, look, I'm doing what Slack says.
Yeah. Did they really say that it was because of more cops?
Did they say what?
King, what did you say that like we're gonna shoot the hostage if more cops don't show up or something?
Do you want me to? Can I be honest here, sir?
I think I think we need to, because what's going to happen is there's going to be a fucking game of telephone and things going to spiral and it's going to create animosity and then there's going to be more violence that happens.
That's true.
I think that
Okay.
we need to we've heard your side. I mean, we haven't talked to anyone involved in we haven't talked to the main people involved in that situation, but we are aware of what's going on, so you know. But I think it's unfair, and again, it would do a disservice to the PD and also the people that were on scene before spilling the tea without effectively talking to them.
Yeah. I did, just so you know, I did beat up 14 cells.
Well, he
He
probably
quit and
deserved
became a
it.
gang member for a bit. He deserves it. Now he's a cop again, so he's back in the fold.
He left my knuckle dusters on me in the cells, and then he said, Kit, can I come in there and grab your stuff? And I said, sure, and then I punched him in the face with knuckle dusters.
Okay.
Yeah. So, sorry.
Okay. Oh, I'm not. Okay. All right. You ready to get out of here, King?
All good. Yep.
Okay. All right.
Never mind.
Alright, thank you for your
My
time.
head's
Yep.
humming, so I'm out.
I was going to say, I am deeply disappointed that you ruined our helicopter.
Thank you.
Bruce.
Good job, King.
Okay. I'm really disappointed to the fact that I hope that you start a new hobby and that you love that hobby and then you figure out you're really fucking bad
I
at it.
think it's a B.
I can blow up your PD again.
Okay. That's crazy escalation right there. See, I was talking about a hobby. You just went straight to blowing up a building. What's going on?
I'm
Nick?
just saying, I can do it again.
I would appreciate it if you didn't do it again. How do I have to apologize? What's going on here?
Just remember that. Just remember that, King.
Okay.
Your
yes,
beloved
ma'am.
Air One.
I do like flying, ma'am.